Hello everyone and welcome to the decks of the weekend, my weekly video where I go over the decks that caught my attention the most during the weekend. And I had to start with this deck top-hated two different challenges last weekend by French Brewer Master Zeno1, and they just got there with Lutri, the Spell Chaser. Now, I don't know what went on, what made Xenomon go for this, but this deck is so dense with good cards and Castle Mantress that it just feels like there's enough cards to be able to go 37 spells and 23 lands alongside the Spell Chaser, which is definitely a powerful companion. We're just used to play Gigantha now, but mostly Gigantha it's just a free roll. It's not that. I mean, obviously, Gigantha with Arena of Glory has proven to be very important for Boris decks, but overall, it's not that powerful. But Lutri instead can be. When you Lutri a Lightning Bolt is definitely very good. Or when you just cast a spell, your opponent goes counter spell, and you go Lutri and copy it, and your response is also very powerful. So I think that this card is actually good, but obviously its requirement of having to play Singleton Magic makes it steep cost and not very competitive. But I guess with the power level going up, every new set, every new Modern Horizon set, for example, Brain Surge, this is a card that sees zero play in Modern, but it's a good card. I mean, it sees playing Legacy, and it's just a good card. Obviously, to put it as working play, you can't cast it, but it's a card that saw no play, but it's good. Ledger Shredder is a card that we all love. Ragavan Channeler. I mean, this is basically Blue-Red Murktide, a deck that saw a little bit of resurgence last week. Daniela Kost won the challenge with his zero new cards build, not even survey land, which is unbelievable to me, but he's a master. And yeah, and also this one did two top 8s, Murktide Regent still there. I have to say, today I've played this league. A league with this deck, it was good. Harbinger and Blood won me a lot of games. Stopping the opponent land remains to be one of the strengths of decks that can't afford to play these effects. And I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, you should play blue red Lutri over blue black Frogtide, but if you want to play an FNM or a event with just a little bit more for fun, this is I'll definitely recommend you, and make sure to check out the video that goes out with this deck. I think I'll do Sunday Murta with this though, because it does play exactly like a Murktide Regent deck, and also drew Murktide quite a bit. So you'll see this video on Sunday. I definitely scoured the internet for other formats, but I didn't see too much things with Duskmoor coming out this weekend. I decided to do double modern today, and the second modern deck I want to show you is one by Keps, who won the Sunday challenge going a sweep 10-0 with this deck. Keps is a Hardened Skills master and moved away from Hardened Skills to this deck. And this is the combo that I have my friend Matteo won the RCQ with this deck with Marionette Apprentice, Grave Crawler, Warren Soul Terrator. This is a 3-card combo that kills the opponent. But you also have a powerful toolbox, sorry, not toolbox, but tools like Birthing Ritual, which is very good to like sacrifice things that come back like Bloodgust, Teacher Supplier, Grave Crawler, or Marionette Apprentice, and you also Katuya Nightmare. So these two are definitely powerful engine that came out with MH3. I want to say underexplored. I guess I should say I don't want to say underexplored because there's a lot of decks that try this card. I guess this card are just like not good enough to be very popular, but they are definitely strong in this deck. You also have Unearth, which is very good. Whenever you Unearth, a 3-drop is super powerful. And a Splash of Chatterfang as well, which not 100% sure if this has like a combo with something. I'm gonna assume it does combo with something. I'll play this deck tomorrow on stream, and I want to discover how it works and what are its combos. There's 3 of Spy Master's Vault. I don't know if you remember when I played a league with the White of the Reliquary Bloodgust video, and Spy Master's Vault was fantastic. Like, it's just such a powerful land, and this deck really plays it very well with and Phalarope Mass is another powerful card that not very much played, but very good in a deck like this. Instant speed, so it's the only flare I guess it's not the only flare, but it's like a flare that very often your opponent just plays a removal spell on your thing. You just sacrifice it and kill their thing, making it so that the downside of sacrificing the card isn't there anymore. Cyber is full Fulminator Mage, very important to unearth this, so you can like go Thomas Supplier, Mill Fulminator Mage, turn 2 unearth, destroy a land, and do something else. Maybe double unearth, destroy 2 lands. So that's fun. You have a Chris Marauder, which is another good card to unearth. Only one though. In Pauper you play 4 in combination with unearth in the various sacrifice deck. A couple of Soulless Jailer to report it against a Storm. But yeah, so overall, this is a deck that has very little play. I mean, I have definitely seen this deck popping up, but it's not something that is popular. So going at 10 in a challenge is definitely impressive. And again, congrats to Caps. Let's go over to Pauper, where an old deck won a challenge this weekend by one of its masters who won a Mox invite with this deck, GN42. They got there with just good old blue-white familiars, not even a Throb and Charm, just actually old stuff. Not 100% sure what's the reason. I guess, I mean, this deck has counters, and Snap is a way to fight the Brood Skill combo, which is the most popular and most winning deck in Pauper. So I guess this deck has some, like, a lot of interaction to that deck. But definitely not the easiest one. Thunder Bearer is a way to redirect the statistic lead, but I wouldn't go out and be like, oh yeah, this deck is great. This deck is great against familiars, but sorry, brute skill, but it is definitely one of the decks that plays blue, that plays counter spells like Removal and Prohibit, and freeze interactions like Snap, and has that combo kill that goes with Archaeomancer, Ghostly Flicker, Lifelink, with God Pharaoh's Faithful. You can like Ghostly Flicker your planes, your Archaeomancer, and the Sunscape Familiar. With the Sunscape Familiar and God Pharaoh's Faithful, you can flicker the planes and the Archaeomancer, and you can just go infinite. So that's the infinite combo. Of course, Magic Line Infinite doesn't exist, but you still make a lot of value eventually. You skill with Mold Drifter, Modern Age, and whatnot. But yeah, so this is a challenging deck. I remember when I was playing this deck for a while in Pauper and Paper, it was always super close. I mean, the timer matters a lot less than a Magic Online because you actually just go infinite and the game ends. But I also remember drawing against this deck because they had infinite life, but you know, didn't actually win the game. So you just continue and you just take a draw, take a point. So you don't have to concede. But sometimes it is definitely annoying that they don't win the game, but I just draw. All right, it's gonna be it for me. But before finishing, I wanted to tell you that Mengu's Workshop video is gonna be out Pauper on Monday. So in a few hours, you'll have a Mengu's Workshop video. We're gonna play Jungly versus Mono Blue. So if you'll enjoy paper gameplay, definitely check it out. And I also wanted to finish telling you that yesterday I played my first ever Flesh and Blood tournament, which is a different card game than Magic, although one that has a good competitive gameplay made by competitive players that used to be Magic players, or maybe they still are. But anyway, I'm getting hooked by the game, mostly because of this competitive game. I'm gonna go to the their GP, which is called Calling, in Lyon in a few weeks, and then in Florence in a few months. So I'm definitely trying out this game. I have found a good community in Bologna this weekend. And despite I am still very much a noob, like I had to read every card and made definitely a lot of mistakes. You know, I got 9th on Breakers, almost top-8ed, and I got my deck, my Kaio deck, which has been a ton of fun. Definitely a easy deck to start, but a good one. So yeah, maybe we'll be showing a Mengu's Workshop video on this game as well. That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and again, stay tuned for all the Mengu's Workshop content coming up in the next days, and all the Mengu videos on this YouTube channel once a day, Magic Online League. Have a good day, everybody.